To pause an automation that's currently processing your existing customers in Brevo, head to the Automations page in the left sidebar, locate the workflow, and click its pause button. Let me walk you through it, step by step, so nothing gets missed. Open your web browser and go to the Brevo website, then sign in with your credentials. After you enter your email and password, and complete two-factor authentication if you have it enabled, which I strongly recommend, wait for the main dashboard to fully load. Before you do anything else, glance at the account name in the top right corner. I've seen people jump into a client account or a test workspace by mistake, pause the wrong automation, and suddenly a live abandoned cart sequence goes silent. If you manage multiple Brevo accounts, this is your single most important checkpoint. Once you're certain you're inside the correct account, you're ready to move on. From the left sidebar, click Automations. It's the icon that looks like a little lightning bolt inside a gear. Not contacts, not campaigns. The page that loads lists every automation workflow you've built. At the top you'll see a few filter chips. All, active, paused, draft. Right now, the automation you want to pause is almost certainly showing active, because it's currently handling existing customers who are mid-flow. If you have a lot of workflows, this is where the search bar above the list becomes your best friend. Type part of the automation's name, something like welcome or post-purchase, and the list will trim down instantly. Don't rely on scrolling and squinting. A typo in the search won't break anything, so just type a few letters and watch Brevo filter in real time. Take a moment to confirm you're looking at the correct one. Double check the description and the trigger column. I always open a second tab and glance at the automation's edit screen if I'm even slightly unsure, because once you pause it, every customer currently inside that sequence stops moving forward. That includes people who already received the first email and are waiting for the second delay. Pausing freezes them in place. Locate the automation you need to pause. You'll see its name, the number of active contacts, and on the right, a row of action buttons. Hover your cursor over the area just to the right of the name if you don't spot them immediately. The pause button is usually a little circle with two vertical bars, right next to the edit button. Click pause once, don't double click, and don't click edit by accident. As soon as you do, the status badge in the list will change from active to paused. That's your visual confirmation. If you're inside a slower loading network or managing a particularly large automation with thousands of contacts, you might see a brief spinner. Just let it finish. Then refresh the page if the status doesn't flip within a few seconds, but normally it's instantaneous. Now here's what actually happens under the hood, because a lot of people assume pausing an automation immediately stops all emails. It doesn't quite work that way in Brevo. Any action that's already in the sending queue, an email that was triggered seconds before you hit pause, will usually still go out. The pause takes effect at the next action node. So if an existing customer just entered a delay and was set to receive a follow-up email 3 hours from now, that follow-up will not send while the automation remains paused. They'll sit in that delay slot until you resume. This is exactly what you want when you need to fix a broken link, update a discount code, or rewrite copy without a bunch of people receiving the old version while you work. Before you navigate away, confirm the status one more time. Look for the small paused badge next to the automation's name, and if you're the careful type, which you should be when existing customers are on the line, click into the automation summary. The top of the page will display a clearly marked paused banner. This doubles as peace of mind that no one is slipping through while you make changes. I always keep this tab open as I edit the workflow in a separate tab, so I can quickly switch back and resume when I'm ready. While the automation is paused, I recommend taking advantage of the quiet period not just to fix whatever prompted the pause, but to run a quick sanity check on the workflow logic. Look at the trigger condition. Is it still correctly scoped to the right contact list or event? I've paused an automation to fix one email and discovered the trigger had drifted because I'd renamed a list the week before, and the workflow was about to stop firing entirely once resumed. Also, check the paths that existing customers might take after a fork. If you have an A/B test or a condition split, pause gives you the chance to simulate what happens to someone who entered the yes branch versus the no branch. You can't edit actions directly while paused, but you can clone the automation and experiment on the copy without affecting the live paused version. That's a safe playground that I use constantly when I'm hesitant about a change. One common mistake I see, pausing an automation, making edits, then immediately hitting the large activate button without testing. After you've made your changes, duplicate the automation first. Or if it's a simple tweak like a subject line, go to the preview and send a test email to yourself. Walk through exactly what a customer would receive. When you're confident, return to the original paused automation, review the settings one last time, and then click Resume. The same button that used to say pause now shows a play icon. The automation will pick up right where it left off, processing any customers who are stuck at delays. Existing customers who are paused mid-sequence won't receive duplicate emails. Brevo's internal checkpoint system means they continue from the exact step they were on. That's a crucial detail. You don't have to worry about restarting the entire workflow for them. Give the workflow a minute or two after resuming to confirm that contacts are moving again. I like to open the automation's contact log. There's a small logs tab or link near the top, and watch for a few fresh entries. This verifies that the automation is reacting as expected, especially if you edited a condition or delay. If you spot zero activity after 5 minutes, double check that the trigger is still capable of receiving new events. Sometimes an API key or a webhook wasn't properly reconnected. You can now pause any automation in Brevo, whether it's handling new subscribers or a whole segment of existing customers. Once you're comfortable with this, the natural next step is to build a habit. Before any major campaign change, pause the related workflows first, then edit, then resume. Keep a sticky note on your monitor with pause, then edit if you have to. It's the simplest way to prevent an incorrect email from hitting dozens or hundreds of people during a live edit. Thanks for watching, and bookmark this walkthrough for the next time you need to safely halt an automation without losing anyone's progress.